YouTube. How's everyone doing on this fine Saturday afternoon? Hope everyone's doing well. Anyways, I did a small order pickup today and did some shopping, so I got a couple things to show you. First off, I've bought another one of my Caron skinny cakes that I'm using for my Sophie's Universe blanket. Just to give you a little bit of information, it is a size 3 yarn, and this one is 100% acrylic. And I'm still loving this as the blanket. Now, this will be cake 5 that I have in this colorway now, so it should hopefully be enough to finish my Sophie's Universe. I'm thinking yardage wise, I now have enough. And then I was thinking, okay, next month for Things We're Making Thursday, the theme is Granny Squares. And I kind of went looking and found a couple things that I kind of have in mind. Because even though if I do the one item, it's not going to be squares, but it's going to be classified as a Granny Square stitch. And I was thinking about making myself a bucket hat to wear when I go fishing, because I've got a hat I wear, but it's like just a sun visor hat, so it's got the brim and just the piece that goes around your head, so your head itself is exposed. And I got a pretty good burn my first fishing of this year, and was peeling skin off the top of my head from it burning, and it did not feel the greatest. So, but I don't know if this yarn will be good, so I will definitely take your guys' advice on it, because it's not cotton. This one is a Caron Cloud Cake, and it's beautiful blues and purples, and there's a charcoal gray and then like a deep teal in it, but I'll try and put it closer so you guys can see it. Very beautiful colors, very, very soft. It, I think, is even softer than the yarn I showed you guys yesterday that I got as a prize. This one is a 4-weight yarn, and when I look at it, I'll try and pull a strand out. Just one strand would be helpful, not like 5 or 6. Okay, here we go. It's classified as a 4-weight yarn, but I think it's a pretty thin 4, because to me it feels more like a 3. Let me compare it to. No, maybe it is a 4. Yeah, I would say it's a 4. Now that I'm looking at my skinny cake. But it's still pretty soft, but I don't know how well it would hold up as a bucket hat. So I'm debating if that's what I'm going to make with it or not. But it's very beautiful colors. Definitely colors that I would wear on a regular basis. With being a redhead, fair skin colored and all that stuff. And this one is 100% polyester. So I don't think that fiber breathes very well, but it's going to be a granny square stitch, so I might be okay. And this one has 760 yards in it, so it's just roughly 35 yards less than the skinny cake, but it's not bad. Now, mind you, again, this is a 4-weight, so it will seem like it's a little less, but I don't mind buying it. I don't think I might have actually. I'm trying to think if I've ever used the cloud cakes before, and I think I have actually. If it's the one project I'm thinking of. But we'll see how I like it. I was also thinking maybe doing like a granny square type bag thing, maybe to put my tablet in or something like that. And I don't know what else I'm going to make yet for Things We're Making Thursday next month. Then I could also, whatever I make with this yarn next month, I can enter it into the Great Cake Off Wars that I participate in. So those are the 2 yarns I picked up at Michael's this afternoon. Now, here in Canada, or at least in Ontario, Canada, if, say, for example, I get a flyer, I usually get the flyer Thursdays, the new one for the current one that's out. And say I only buy cakes when I got the 40% coupon. If it's anything less than that, I will not buy a cake, or if it's buy one, get one half off. That would only be 50% off one, but technically it's only 25% off each, so it's not worth it. But for this cake at my Michael's, and this cake are both $14.99 before taxes. Then when I apply the 40% coupon and then the taxes onto it, it becomes $10.16, which is not bad. I think for you guys in the US, that would probably be, converting the money over, probably in around the $7 mark, which isn't that bad. So me paying the 10 something, yeah, it kind of sucks. But I'd rather pay that than the $15 before taxes. Because I'm looking at, if I bought one without the coupon, so $14.99, I'm probably looking at almost a $19, $20 cake, roughly. And it's like, yeah, I'm not spending that for one cake a yarn. So like I said, those were, oh yeah. So the coupon, I get the flyer. I place an order Thursday when I got the flyer, which I placed it for my skinny cake because I knew I absolutely needed this. And then I waited till I got my parcel Friday, which is, yes, another cake. And yes, I could use it for the Great Cake War thing, but with that yarn, I definitely would not want to use it to do something with a granny square stitch. So I thought, no, we'll go ahead and purchase a different yarn because I really have this item in mind that I really want to make. And then also the hat, it's from the Creator Spotlight for September for over at Erin's Crafting Kitty channel. So yeah, 3 birds with 1 stone kind of thing. That's how I like to roll. But so like I said, I bought the skinny cake and ordered it for in-store pickup on Thursday. I got my parcel Friday. And then when I realized what yarn it was, I thought, okay, I'm going to do a second purchase because I still had money on my PayPal. And that's when I purchased this one on Friday, and both of them were available. The skinny cake was available Thursday to pick up, but hubby was at work. I wasn't taking the bus all the way up the mountain and back, which is going to cost me like almost $4 for one thing of yarn. I knew we had to go shopping today anyways, so I thought, nope, it can sit there for a couple days. They would have held it till, I think it was Monday or Tuesday. And then same with this one, I wasn't, like, it was ready yesterday, and I could have gone up since we got the bus to get both, but with the heat wave, forget it. I thought, nope, wait for the next day. But with our coupons for Michael's, we can only use it once per day. Now, I know with your guys, when touchy subject here, and I'm sorry if I'm going to ruffle any feathers, not intending to, but I know your guys' Joann's, when you guys had it, you could use your coupons like for your overall order. I don't know with your Michael's how your guys' coupons work with your Michael's, because anytime I've really ever seen anyone talk about their coupons, I'm only hearing them saying like 20 or 25% coupons. And I don't know if that's for one item or if that's overall or if that's for, overall on deliveries. Because I've never done an order and had it delivered to me. And then if I did, I don't know if my coupon would then be on the overall price. So if you know, let me know. I'd appreciate it. But yeah, so when I get the coupons, I buy one thing per day. And then I go up and sometimes I have 4 bags sitting there in 4 different spots because they don't combine the bags. But, oh, you already got this order. Let's combine them. Let's hope it's the same person. That could be why they don't do it as well. Although my address and my phone number that I have to put in will identify that, yeah, it's the same person. But whatever. And then unfortunately this time around too, I didn't get the red cloth reuse it bag. I got a paper bag with a really not so comfortable handle to carry the bag in. And right now our elevator's down, so I gotta do 4 or 3 flights of stairs. And yeah, I switched it over to another bag that we had in the truck. So those were my purchases from Michael's pickup. Then we went to the grocery store to do groceries. And while I was there, now I thought for sure this item that I'm going to show you next would have been in with the tea and the coffee and your sugar and sugar is usually in with the baking, but your creamer, your hot chocolate, kind of in that aisle at the grocery store. Nope, wasn't there. At the end of one aisle, there was a small little display with like serving spoons, corkscrews, can openers, I know there was other items there, but I can't remember exactly what. I thought maybe this item would have been there. Again, nope, no luck. So I couldn't find this item in our grocery store. Thought for sure they would have this, but they didn't. Especially in the coffee tea section because I had all kinds of loose teas. But this item wasn't there. Like, sometimes they'll have like a little white strip kind of thing with little hooks on it, and they'll hook on a multiple of the same item so you can kind of, oh yeah, I need this to go with this I'm buying already kind of thing. So then we went from the grocery store over to Walmart because my husband takes wraps for his lunch, and the Walmart wraps get more for your buck kind of thing, and they're bigger wraps and more per package and a cheaper price. And the lunch meat he likes to use on his wraps, we prefer getting at Walmart. It's cheaper in the long run. You get a bigger, well, it's more expensive, but you get a much bigger package. So while in Walmart, I went into the coffee section again and tea and all that stuff. And I looked and I looked and I looked and I thought, this should be here. Like if I were laying out a store, a grocery store, an all-purpose store kind of thing, this item I would literally put where the tea is. So then from there, we were down in the grocery section of Walmart, and we had to go to a couple of other departments. I said, okay, I'm going over to houseware, and I'm looking in the aisle with all the utensils. Like I said, like the serving spoons, your spatulas, your tongs, can openers, your meat thermometer, and, your flavor injections, and all that kind of stuff. And there's a whole aisle, and then next thing I'm in baking. I'm like, okay, does Walmart not carry this item either? And then as I was turning the end of the aisle, there had to be a small little display case, and I was able to find one. So you just put your loose leaf tea in here, in this little ball, and it does up. It's like a wire mesh. And that was the other thing. I was seeing the wire mesh little strainers. I thought, okay, they gotta have the little balls. And then it's attached to a chain. And then this bumblebee, if you can see them, I don't know how well you can see it through the package, has a little slit on it. And then your little bumblebee sits on your coffee cup or your tea cup. And then the ball sits in your tea, like your water, and for your tea. And my husband was thinking, well, a tea press kind of thing. I'm like, I know there's coffee press, but I don't think you can get a tea press for loose leaf tea. And if I'm only making a cup, and how expensive those would be, it's not worth it. This costs, I think, $3 and change or $4 and change. And he is a really cute little bumblebee. So I'm going to probably have a tea later this evening out of one of the ones I won in my package yesterday. And oh yeah, by the way, so I got this for my winnings from yesterday from Terry and Lottie over at their make-along they do every month. And I did share their channels in the video yesterday. The cakes, I purchased them off my PayPal account, and I had won some PayPal rewards from one of the previous months for the Great Cake Off War. I entered and I ended up winning also a nice little PayPal prize. So that's what bought that yarn. So again, guys, thank you very much. Hope everyone has a great weekend. I don't think, I'm trying to look at what I've got actually, yeah, Wednesday I will have a video for you, for a whip video. I had to think for a minute there what I've been working on. Yes, there will be a video. Thursday, I believe this Thursday is the last Thursday of the month, I think. I'm not even 100% sure on that. So let me quickly pull out my calendar here, because I really don't know. July. Nope, actually we got 2 Thursdays, so I will not have a Thursday video this week. Finished object video. Yes, there will be one this Friday for you. Yes, I finished the cuffs. So you guys will see that Friday. So if you want to vote for the next project out of my Head Till Winter Knits book, it's only going to be up till Friday. So anyways, you guys have a great day. Have a great weekend. Again, some of us I know are still dealing with a bit of a heat wave. Our temps have finally dropped down to the mid to high 20s, better than the mid 30s and into the 40s with the Humididex. But if you're still dealing with the heat, keep cool, guys, and try to lots of fluid and not overdo yourself. Rest as much as possible, kind of thing. And we'll see you all later. Bye for now.